So we're day number 2 of the Digital Sign Experience 2024, and I'm in the DSE side of it. There's the LDI trade show right beside us, and I'm going to give a camera shot around here really quick. So let me reverse this around. There we go. Okay, so I've enjoyed getting to meet the team with Azul here. We use them for some of our installs, a lot of our installs for digital signage. And I just wanted to give a quick walkthrough of some other things here at this event. This is a pretty cool installation. Agreed, Harvey?
Yes. Nice. Yeah. Wow.
So one would go so far as to say it's beautiful. In an industry where a lot of the stuff is way too geeky, something like this is really stunning. Agreed?
Yep.
Okay. So what makes it so impressive, I would argue, is the thought process behind the content. You and I have spoken at length about some of the requirements for LED, like having an ample amount of dark space. I want you to notice, RB, how even though there are bright elements to this, there's high contrast. You see that?
Yeah.
So you're doing very close imagery because there's actually not a lot of pixels. If you look really close, there's spaces in between the pixels here. You see that?
Yes.
And you can also see the pixels. Like you can actually literally see the little dots, where on a regular screen, you can't see the little dots and they're packed in very tight, close together.
Yeah.
So I would recommend for any graphic designer that they learn this medium. It is a different kind of canvas than regular screens. Let me give an example here because I'm just looking at their content here at another booth. If you put that content over here, it would look horrible because you can't do stark flat color palette. If this was just all red, you'd be like, oh, that's too much. All blue, too much. You have to do vibrant color and a lot of dark area. Okay.
Yep.
You notice how that was really stark, but then immediately they went to something where it's a dark background and it's high contrast to their branding. Okay.
Okay.
So you notice that's a repeat in all of the content. High contrast, but lots, ample use of dark space. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's the cool thing about this technology is, here's the wow factor. You don't see anything from behind.
Wow. Wow.
So when you're in the building, this is your experience. You don't even notice that there is a ultra bright outdoor canvas of art on the outside of the building. Amazing, really.
Yes.
So that is a company called ClearLED. So with the utmost of respect from the team at ClearLED, in the digital sign industry, they have been around now for quite a while. They've been doing very impressive installs around the world. So let's go check out their actual booth here. So I'll start with the back of it just so you can see the brand. So ClearLED. Jin Fan that made this brand did a great job on the branding.
Mm-hmm.
Notice that even the branding has a lot of use of white space. Okay.
Yes.
Look at the content. Now you can understand, Arvi, with the training with you of why I did the training this way, that you need ample use of dark space in order to make this vibrant effect. You don't have a lot of pixels, so you have to make sure it's content that floats in and floats out.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're getting to the point where some of this stuff is actually a much tighter, what you call pixel pitch. So you can put up content that has more details to it, but this is the future, right? The reality is this is today. So anybody that has, let's see, this is almost too much. Do you see how this is almost too much? They overdid it here. This is perfect. Okay.
Yes.
See, there's enough dark space that you can see the vibrancy. You see the brand. This is okay. There's lots of dark space, but it's a little too vibrant. So in order to do, look, this is pretty good, but it kind of floats over. So there, that's beautiful. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, lots of white space around. You can see the brand. You can see that's really well done as well. The pixel side, you know, how the content behind it matches the brand. So this is what good content should look like for outdoor bright transparent LED. That they could have done a better job there. Jen's probably going to hate me for saying that, but you know, I got to critique her stuff, everything of A, B, C, or D quality anyhow. Okay, so let's go into the booth itself. Let's take a look at what they're doing for indoor. So they're showing off that they've done an install here. This is Rio Hotel, Treasure Island. They're showing off an install there. National Arts Centre of Canada. So they've done some very high-end indoor and outdoor transparent and not transparent LED installations that are very technical in scale.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about this booth itself. You notice how this content here, this is really good content, by the way. Agreed? This is a
Yes.
cool one for indoor. Wow. Looks like a candy cane. Okay. So I want you to notice that all of these pieces of content are different. Okay. These two are running the same reel right now, right? So
Yep.
you know they're on the same input, but they're exactly the same. So that's why you can do it. Okay. Right. But then you come around the corner and you see that this content is totally different. This content is totally different. And the booth that I was showing off a second ago is totally different content again. Now, if all of these screens instead were attached in SAM and you put them on a group, RV, if you set them on grouping, which you've done before, which you put everything in a group and they trigger based on the group, imagine what you could do here. You could make all of these screens synchronize at the same time with complementary content. So the things that we're doing inside SAM for digital signage now
Yes.
is at the very leading edge, still very advanced part of the digital signage industry. So what I'm going to propose here is that we revisit the relationship with ClearLED. I'm going to sit down with Jin Fan and Gus Sadea over at ClearLED. And we're going to look at plugging in some of our hardware to some of their equipment in order to do that synchronization effect, because my vision is one of their team members would be able to click on the remote control and change the experience of this device and any other device that was in the group in real time. So just visualize they clicked on fire and everything went up in flames. And this did the same thing. Different content, but the same trigger point. This did the same thing. Understood?
Yes.
This switched over at the same time. That switched over. That switched over. That switched over. And we could even make content float from one to the other to the other. That would take this from being A+ to being A++. Any questions?
No, man.
Okay, so this today is part of Digital Sign Experience 2024, talking about the digital signage industry and talking about some of the A+ kind of experiential installations that are here. So I'm going to look at a few more. I'm going to walk over here. This one's Lucky Eagle Casino and Hotel. Look at this one. So there are a few more to see, but that's enough today for ClearLED, and a kudos to their team for doing a great job at DSE 2024. Thank you, Arvi.